happy for this man because when Rodgers signed, I thought of this man and my other colleagues at the NFL Network and around the NFL media landscape that they don't have to talk about when Aaron Rodgers is going to sign anymore because he's a Pittsburgh Steeler. Tom Pelissero. Good to see you, Tommy P.
What's up, Rich? What's up to my boys in studio?
Hey, Tom, let's go, baby.
I will tell you this, Rich.
Yes.
There's not a lot of you can never rest, right? In this in the news breaking game,
Yes,
you
sir.
always got to be on point. But I had a sense, I had heard rumblings that this might be the timing on Aaron Rodgers. I had my alarm set for 5 a.m. today to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Okay.
When, not only the news breaking, but the Steelers putting out the press release last night agreed to terms. Those alarms went off, Rich. I slept till 7:15. I slept well. It's been a while.
Nice.
The main A-list topic that we've talked about ad nauseum for several months on this show and elsewhere finally resolved.
So this is simply a 41-year-old man who's like, yeah, I don't need to do that April stuff, that May stuff, or he had other stuff going on. He knew that April and May was still just going to be his, and when it comes time to be there, mandatory, everybody getting together kind of for the first time in serious mandatory fashion, he's going to be there. Is that basically the way to read this, Tom?
There's a combination of factors. Aaron Rodgers has talked about it. There were some things that he had going on personally with people that were close to him. That was real. There was also a part of Aaron Rodgers that has long not believed that any of this stuff in the spring matters. You go back, and I may have said this before, but the 2020 collective bargaining talks, Aaron Rodgers, who was a player rep at the time, made his big pitch that we shouldn't have to do anything till August 1st. There should not be anything the entire spring. He obviously got outvoted on that. OTAs and mini camps still exist. But it does sound like sometime in the past week or two, Aaron Rodgers at least had made up in his mind for sure that he was going to come in and play for the Steelers. The timing makes sense here in terms of the mandatory mini camp being next week. It's an opportunity for Rodgers to get around his teammates on and off the field. Some guys that he doesn't know, some guys who might have just been reading perpetual social media posts and tweets and speculation and been like, what is the deal with this guy? You can put that stuff to bed and not have another 5-6 weeks of this leading up to the time in Latrobe. And so the deal's agreed to. It's done. It's going to be a one-year deal for Aaron Rodgers. He said in the past that he would play for about $10 million. My anticipation is it's going to be a little bit above that. There's going to be some incentives, obviously, but this is not going to be a 30, 40, $50 million deal like the ones that Aaron Rodgers has signed in the past. He's coming in here with something to prove. That work begins once he gets in the building, which, depending what his schedule is the next few days, will be Monday when all players are reporting and taking their physicals and whatnot here. As for the Steelers, Mike Tomlin exercised patience throughout the process. He was committed to this idea that 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers has an opportunity to do what Tomlin surely hoped Russell Wilson was bringing them last year, which was a veteran presence and a guy that on a team that's supposed to run the football, make some big plays in the passing game, and play really good defense, will give them the opportunity to compete in a rugged AFC North division. So Rodgers missed out on a lot of opportunities, obviously, through OTAs, the voluntary portion. He didn't take those reps. From everything I've been told, this was a really good time for Will Howard, the Ohio State quarterback coming off of a national title. Even though Mason Rudolph was taking the number one reps, it sounds like Howard was really good through those practices here. He'll continue to get, I would anticipate, a bunch of reps in the minicamp next week. They know what Mason Rudolph is. They obviously believe they know what Aaron Rodgers is going to be at this stage in his career, and potentially you might have, whatever the succession plan takes effect 2026 or beyond, maybe with a 6th round pick, you might have found a guy in Will Howard who somewhere down the line could end up being the guy who takes the reins from Aaron Rodgers.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.